Look, if you think getting a clean, perfectly aligned geometric armband is as simple as grabbing a ruler and designing a straight strip on your computer, man, you're setting yourself up for a nightmare. From the very get-go, you're designing that tattoo to look crooked. The thing is, whether it's the forearm or the upper arm, a person's limb isn't a straight pipe. It's got muscle, it's got volume, and it tapers. A straight design on a curved, tapering body is gonna look warped, period. I want you to see exactly what I'm talking about, so I've prepared the exact Maori design I used in this video. If you look at the results, you can see it's millimeter perfect. I'm putting that design on the screen in a few seconds so you can take a high-quality screenshot. That design has a specific secret, a very slight curve, like a halo effect in the stencil, that actually straightens itself out once it wraps around the arm. Trust me, this file will save you from that disaster where the two ends don't even meet in the same zip code. I remember early in my career, I hit a wall with this. I had a client who wanted a thick, heavy Maori armband. I designed it perfectly straight, printed it out, and slapped it on. It looked okay as a stencil, but the second the client looked in the mirror, it was a mess. From the back, the design broke. The lines didn't line up at all. I had to spend hours manually fixing it, which is the last thing you want to do with geometric work. That's when I realized the design must be curved on the paper to look straight on the arm. Now let's talk shop about the execution. Maori work has zero room for error. A tiny shake screams at you. For this piece, I used an 11M1. Now, some people will tell you that you must use a round liner for the outlines and then switch. I used to do that too, but the more I did this, the more I realized you can do the entire piece, the fine lines, the sharp edges, and the solid black using just that 11mg. It gives me way better control and speeds up the workflow like crazy. But a word of warning, your hand angle is everything. You have to ride the edge of the Magnum to get those razor-sharp lines. Let's dive into some critical do's and don'ts I've learned the hard way. First, skin stretching. You must stretch the skin in 3 directions. For an armband, the inner forearm and inner arm are super soft. If you don't stretch enough, the needles will bounce and you'll get a patchy, messy look. But don't overstretch until the skin turns white. You'll distort the stencil, and when you let go, your straight line will look like a wave. Next, needle depth.
And before we start, make sure to hit that like and hype button before you forget. Listen carefully and fully.
You must maintain a consistent depth. In Maori work, you're packing a lot of black. Too shallow, it heals gray. Too deep, it blows out. And don't use brute force. If the ink isn't going in, it's your angle or your machine speed, not because you aren't pushing hard enough. Pushing too hard just causes trauma and a healing nightmare. Regarding machine speed and voltage, you must keep your voltage around 7.5 to 8. That's my sweet spot. It's fast enough to saturate, but slow enough that I can control those long, steady lines. Don't mess with your voltage mid-session. You want a consistent texture throughout. If you jump from 8 to 6, you're gonna see it in the healed ink. Also, working direction is life or death here. You must work from the bottom up. As you wipe, you move away from your remaining stencil. If you wipe your stencil off in a geometric tattoo, you're basically flying blind. And don't drown the arm in green soap. It softens the stencil and makes it bleed. Use a dry wipe first, then a light damp wipe. Keep it crisp until the very last second. One more thing, hand fatigue. If your hand starts to cramp, you must take short breaks. A shaky hand on a Maori line is a disaster. Shake your hand out, reset your grip, and go back in. Don't hold your machine like a hammer. Keep a light but firm grip. The more you strangle the machine, the less control you have over those fine edges. And finally, the most important part, aftercare. You have to hammer this into your client's head because aftercare is 50% of the result, especially with an armband sitting right on those moving muscles. Directly after the session, I clean and dry the skin and apply a tattoo derm bandage. Here is what you tell your client. The first change. You can take the first bandage off about 12 to 24 hours later. It's totally normal to see some fluid and ink trapped under there. Don't panic, it's just an ink sac. The second application, after removing it, wash the tattoo with mild soap and let it air dry completely. Do not apply any ointment yet. Once it's dry, apply a fresh layer of tattoo derm. This one can stay on for 3 to 5 days, and it makes the healing process so much smoother. Once that final bandage comes off, it's about moisturizing. Apply a very thin layer of Aftercare ointment. The word thin is key. Don't over-apply. If the tattoo looks greasy or suffocated, it can lead to breakouts or even pull the ink out. The skin needs to breathe. Then the big no-nos. You must avoid direct sunlight for at least 2 to 3 weeks. UV rays are the enemy of solid black. No swimming, no hot tubs, and no soaking in the bath. Submerging a fresh tattoo is an invitation for infection. And finally, movement. Because this is an armband on the forearm or upper arm, every flex stretches the skin. Tell them no gym, no heavy lifting, and no intense sports for at least a week. If that skin stretches too much while it's scabbing, the scab will crack and take that solid black ink right out with it. You don't want all that hard work to go to waste. Alright, I'm putting the design on the screen right now. Go ahead and screenshot it. Use it, study the curve, and see how much easier your next project becomes. Tattooing is more about engineering and thinking than just brute force.
Also, make sure to check the description. I've got a special surprise waiting for you to help you get the tattoo supplies you need. Don't miss out!